That's very interesting because you would assume that.
We're recording.
Yeah, but you know.
Cool. I like this conversation.
I mean, shit. I ain't. Yeah.
Well, that was your experience. What was your experience with being vulnerable? Any repercussions that made you be like, all right, I'm kind of chilling on this?
I guess, like you said, the fear of others, my opinion, but I don't think it was that. Just it made me feel weak. Like I felt weak. Like I'm on this bitch crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's for therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like I could show like my vulnerability, but I don't know. I've been through so much hard shit in the last couple of years, so it was just like, yo, don't shit bother me. I'm getting late. Yo, that shit don't bother me. My mama fussing at me. That shit don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand people now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, shoot, I'm just at peace with myself. You feel me? So I feel like that's what it was for me. Like I don't know. I just got tired of being vulnerable because I was reading this David Goggin book, and I feel like I was just stuck being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Even I brought it at home. You know what I'm saying? I was being too vulnerable at home when I need to be like the man of the house and also like be loving to my partner. You know what I'm saying? And the family at home. Like, don't get me wrong, I go through shit, but that's what you got the gym for, self-improvement. Like I feel like that's what you use the stuff for, to be vulnerable at. And then, you know, once you learn how to be vulnerable, you can like actually speak it to whoever you messing with or whoever you with. So like I feel like I was just a constant verbal person at home too. Like I couldn't snap it off. So like, and like also being vulnerable with niggas at work and shit, like you learn like, all right, bro, I can't tell everybody what's going on because I'm so used to being vulnerable on here, but this is different from the real world. So that's why I was like, bro, I'm just kind of like done being vulnerable because I'm transitioning it to the real world and everybody don't need to know your business. So like just people starting to know my business because I was being vulnerable and stuff, trying, you know, talk to people, you know, because sometimes you ain't thinking, like you just don't care, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it's like, you know what, this is sacred to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to fight this by myself in quietness and then defeat it. So like that's what it was with me.
It is a very delicate balance because I think for me, what makes me comfortable being vulnerable is knowing that I'm not coming from like a place of just like pouring out with no like kind of solution. Like when I have conversations, it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. I know what I'm sharing, and I know why I'm sharing it, and I know what I'm not sharing. So I'm not just trauma dumping, right? And now we just all sitting here crying for no reason. I do try and like have very constructive conversations, even while like with vulnerability. And so I think that's what kept me quiet for a real long time too. It was just like, all right, I have nothing constructive to add, and I don't want to trauma bond. So I'm just like,
you gotta face it, because you can talk about it all day, but you also have to like fight it. You know, that's the hardest thing to do, just to wake up every day and fight the trauma you are thinking about. Because at the end of the day, they're just thoughts. They're not real. You know, and that's when I'm like, I got to get control. Or even how somebody feel about me. Like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to be in my casket by myself one day anyway. So, like, that's how, like, the mentality I got now. You know what I'm saying? Just being careful what I'm vulnerable with. Because, like I said, I could be too vulnerable on here, then I'm still in podcast mode.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think it should be a complete cutoff, though. Because I think I find power in it sometimes, too. Because then you just walk into authenticity, and it's kind of like, I am this, and this is all that I'm dealing with. And, yeah, that's what it is. Like, I'm very honest now when people ask me, how are you? Instead of just saying good, I'll really, like, contemplate and give them, like, for real, like, today's okay. You know what I'm saying? Versus, like, hiding it.
I guess what I mean by vulnerable, telling my personal business with other people. So, like, I don't want to go in here and talk about
specific details.
Yeah.
I feel
that's between me and that person. Now you got people in your business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
So,
I'm
like,
private.
I don't want to come in here and talk about what me and Ahmad going through. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, say me and you was dating.
Like, ask for that consent for sure. And I think that's where I was about to go with you and your relationship, where it's like, if I had a partner who was on a podcast, it would just be, and I don't know if you guys did this, but have conversation about what is on and off limits on the air.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a live and learn situation, and I just wasn't used to censoring myself in that way. It's not like I, would go on like, hey man, my girlfriend is getting on my nerves or something like that. But it's just like you kind of could tell, like it's like context clues, like yo, I'm going through it, in my situation.
There been times I came in and just pissed the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like at somebody, but.
So but I definitely think like environment plays a part in it. I feel like sometimes we feel like we're in survival mode, so we have to be like protecting our vulnerability because people can use it against us in certain situations. That's why I like pose like certain scenarios. Like if you had $1 million, like I think I might have told you this, like if you had $1 million today, would the issues that you have today be that bad? And you're like, nah. So it's not that deep. It's just money issues at the end of the day. If that $1 million ain't changing how you feel, then it's pretty deep. But if it does change how you feel, then it's probably not that deep. It's the same thing with like vulnerability. Like if you were the most powerful person, or you were like your dream version of yourself, just super powerful and influential, not saying that you aren't now, but just even more powerful and influential and wealthy and abundant, you know what I'm saying? Would it bother you that much to be vulnerable? Because you're at the mountaintop. But we feel like we can't be vulnerable like a Mike Tyson or a Tyler Perry or something, because they're at the mountaintop. So they can just express themselves because they're like, man, that stuff doesn't define me. I'm like undefinable by that because I made it through. I feel the same way even in the storm. Like I feel like it doesn't define me. Like the episode with my boy Jake, we went deep. Like,
yeah, we did.
You know what I'm saying? We went deep, but it's just like, can't nobody tell me shit. Like it don't define me. Like, yeah, I have this issue. Yeah, I had this problem. But at the end of the day, like I still get work done. Like if I had never said anything, nobody would ever be able to tell I go through different things because of the way that like I do in business, the way that I show up for my family, the way that I present myself, the way that I carry myself, the way that I treat people. But I sometimes I express just to show other people how to do it. You know, like sometimes I cry just to show somebody else how to cry. You know what I'm saying? You might tell me something deep and I cry right in front of you and you don't understand. I'm showing you how you should feel about this. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking about your dad right now. So it's just like, I might start
still
crying.
Ain't really broke down.
You know?
I don't know why I can't cry no more. That's the crazy part. I be thinking about him and stuff. I can't cry. I don't know why.
Yeah, I had an issue with being vulnerable with myself before as well. And I think I didn't accept a lot. I didn't know and like wasn't able to articulate a lot of my feelings and understand what that was coming from. And so it took a lot of just reflection, I think. And it took a, what's the phrase that's like, if you don't sit down, life or God will sit you down.
Yeah,
I think it came to that point for me, and it was just like, no, I'll cry. And it's okay. Like, it's just something that I let pass through me, like these feelings and emotions, and then that's like, okay, I got that out the way.
No, that's so real, man.
But I appreciate what you were saying about why you are vulnerable, and I think I'm shifting into that point as well, why I'm now wanting to use my voice, because I get a lot of inspiration from people who share their journeys and not their wins, like share their losses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it's like now I feel like I can be that for someone else as well. And so I am very excited to just, share.
Yeah, I mean, that's different. Yeah, I can share my losses. I can talk about the struggle and the journey. Like that, I don't have a problem talking about my vulnerability was just with other people. I feel like that's what it was.
Yeah. And I think that's fair to keep certain things to yourself.
Yeah. Even though people be going through the same shit. But
this ain't got to be for me.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got to learn this lesson.
Man, you can learn from somebody else.
Yeah. We're going to get it started, though. We're going to include this.
Yeah, man, so you got to include that in there.
Yes, indeed, powerful people. This is another episode of Breaking the Machine. I'm your host, Ahmad the Poet, alongside my partner, Spank the Bank.
What up, though?
And for the first time in Breaking the Machine history, we have a guest host on the show with us. We have the illustrious Abriana, who goes by formerly known as BriFromTheD.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good.
We got to clap
that up. Clap it up, man. First time guest host, man.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I thought I was just a guest.
No.
I'm hosting this one.
Yeah.
So I get to ask y'all questions.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Period.
I feel like you already been doing that.
Yeah, man. Like,
hey, I'm just inquisitive. I'm trying to learn about y'all a little bit.
I mean, you're a seasoned media personality, so
yes.
I mean, it's only right,
5 years, probably 6 years.
I don't know. 2018.
Bro, that's about 6 years.
Y'all used to do a radio show.
Yeah. We was talking about it off air. Like, we really had a power team. Like, everybody that's doing something everybody from our team is doing something big right now. You got Randy that's doing something big, Lana, Chevy, Carter. Like, everybody is doing something big right now. And it's like, damn. If we would have fucking tore Detroit up. I swear to God, we would have, bro.
For real.
We would have tore Detroit up. But, it's the experience I got from it. It was something I did right after college. Like, and I wasn't even getting paid for that shit.
No, timing is everything. Yeah. At that time, it was exactly what I needed. it was like we were saying, that hustle, that grind.
Yeah.
Everybody was so hungry to just do what we loved,
Yeah.
and was like, it was really a good time for that.
Yeah.
So what's been up since the last episode, my brother? What's
man,
been up in your life, man?
Shoot, bro. Life be going by fast, bro. Like, it really goes by so fast. But, you know, man, I've been good, man. Look, spent a lot of quality time with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Taking her to places, you know, taking her, like, to new places out in the burbs. Also taking to the hood, too, with me. But just being a father, you know what I'm saying? Being a great teacher at the school, man. Like, building a relationship with the kids and stuff like that. Just trying to be a better version of me. So when they come in, they can, you know, see somebody that's out here really, you know, grinding as a young black man. You know, man, just, I've been good, bro. For real. Like, I have my days, but for the most part, be good. I have my days because I'm in comparison mode. So when I ain't in comparison mode, I'm really good. Like, sometimes I just, like, bro, I got to grind to get this shit. Like, Meek Mill said the realest shit. He was like, you know, everybody be getting so sucked in when everybody got the chains and stuff on, the nice cars, but you got to understand they grind and work for that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to do the same thing, you know, to get it. And, man, I've been really good. Just trying to stay disciplined, you know, because discipline equals freedom. So just if I can just be disciplined, bro, sky's the limit, really. Yeah. How about you, man?
No, I definitely feel that thing on the comparison, bro. That's definitely a real thing. I think my comparison is just more like work-wise, you know, like I feel like I want a larger platform, want like, you know, like more reach and stuff. Like that's something that I constantly push. And I think that's a healthy thing too, but it can get to a point where it's just like you kind of got to like lock into where you're at and lock into your process. Cause I'm just like, dang, I was thinking about it the other day. Like sometimes I be feeling like I should have access to more guests. I should have access to more like people who come in the city and stuff like that just because I didn't put in the time, or, you know, interviews that were supposed to happen that just didn't happen off of women. It's just like, dang, I feel like if they respected me a little bit more, they would have made that happen. You know what I'm saying? And it just be in my head. But then at the end of the day, I was thinking about it like yesterday, and I was just like, I ain't earned the respect yet. Like I didn't earn it. And a part of me be feeling like I earned it just because I work hard. But it's like, you know, when it's my time, it's my
your
time.
You got to put the blinders on. That's all it come down to.
But yeah, I mean, just came back from that trip to Mexico. That was good.
Was it like a vacation or were you?
Yeah,
Como
estás? Yeah, it was a vacation.
Wow, was that your
Muy
first
bien.
time?
Muy bien. Hey, Migo. Okay, Migo.
Okay. But yeah, it was good.
We supposed to be saying that.
I'm like, I don't know what to say after that.
Neither do I.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But yeah, 5 days in Cancun. It was really nice.
Damn, that's a lot of days.
Yeah, it was really
How
nice.
was their food down there?
The resort's food was really good. I mean, I'm not a foodie. So, you know, if you ask somebody else, it probably was mid 6, or 7, 7.5. To me, it was more like an 8.5, something like that. It like the resort had like 7, 8 different restaurants inside of it. And then it had like a part where you come for like buffets and stuff like that. So like a buffet section and then like 6, 7 restaurants.
Man, that's crazy.
It was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Did you rest or did you go for like fun?
I thought I was coming there to rest, but then I really had a lot of fun. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never partied in my life, and so
you party. They played American music.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. It was my first time going to the club, and I probably shouldn't even be saying this on camera, but yeah, it was my first time going to the club, first time at a pool party, first time doing a lot of shit, and I was just like, wow, this is different, you know. Yeah. But I enjoyed myself, man.
Man.
I ain't got no regrets, man.
Good.
That's
good. Like that's what you needed.
I definitely think it was exactly what I needed. So, but what's been up in the life?
What's been up with you? How you been?
Are we saying today, this week, these past few?
Yeah, this month.
Yeah,
it's a new month. So how you?
Month. Okay.
So how you been?
I've been well. Honestly, I feel very at peace. I feel happy. I do be feeling like this weather change is starting to affect me a little bit, so I'm being preventative in that, taking my vitamin D, and
definitely need
just
that.
willing myself into not being seasonally depressed. But all in all, I'm very, very content. That feels good because it was not like that a while back.
Yeah, I feel like the seasons definitely do change my mood a little bit, but I don't know. I kind of have vibes for each season. Like when it's rainy outside, I write. Like I write poetry. I write in my books. Like I write. When it's snowy, I just feel like like it just gives me a Christmas vibe when it's snowing. So I feel good when it's snowing. Like when it's sunny out, you just feel good because it's sunny. Like every weather, like different change. Like I love it. Like you know,
I have been loving just the look and feel of the fall this year, and I agree with appreciating each season for what it is. Right. The fall is literally meant to be restorative. It's like things are falling, they're dead, and like now it's time to kind of get in your zone. And so I definitely appreciate it for that. Somebody did bring up that it was cuffing season.
It is.
Dang, I forgot about
It is
that.
cuffing season. Since we talking about cuffing season, we might go get into the list.
Okay.
All right, so there's a list out there going around saying, I'm just running. All right, it's a list going out there running.
Get your breath.
the list.
I'm screaming.
It's a list out there going around, you know, saying where men shouldn't take women on their first date.
Okay.
So did you see the list?
I have not.
Have you seen the list?
You
No,
know,
I
it's so
haven't
funny.
either.
I purposefully remove myself from these kinds of conversations, and so I'm only indulging this because of y'all.
Because of us?
Yeah, I don't
See,
like this.
we're aligned in that way because we don't even do topics like about relationships on this podcast at all for that exact same reason.
But we had to do this one.
I mean, yeah, but you know,
Why was okay? So give me context.
Oh, what you mean? Why we had to do it?
No, why is this list a thing?
Well, it says here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on the first date. All right, so Cheesecake Factory.
But wait, what women? You know what
And
I'm saying?
I really think by looking at this list,
who said this and who made the list? Like what? You know, I just feel like I understand we're gonna go through the list
need
just for
background
shits and
facts,
giggles.
so
but
I don't know who made the list, but from looking at the list, it's definitely a woman in her 30s.
it's probably the
woman.
FBI
I feel
dog
like a
trying to
man would've
separate the
made
black.
this list.
A man probably would have made this list because I agree with the list.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear what. People
Okay, so here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on the first date. All right. Number 1, Cheesecake Factory. Number 2, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, Your House, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee date, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar for just drinks, Waffle House, sports events.
Question, like, where have you guys taken ladies on their first dates?
Okay, so I have taken women to the movies. I have taken women to ice cream dates. I have taken women to bowling. I tried to take a woman to a sports event on the first date, but it didn't go through. I have taken a girl to the Applebee's, but I did take a girl to the movies. I said that. Yeah, and that's it.
And
I
why
don't
did
realize-
you choose those places?
Well, that was the younger me. So like back then, like this list to me is for a young man, like someone that's like 18 to like 25. Like when you're about 28 to 30, yeah, this ain't it.
Why though? We still not getting to the reason why people go to these places.
Why? Well, it's expensive. Applebee's not expensive. We can go to Applebee's and pay $40, $50 and got a good gold meal. You know what I'm saying?
So we talk about doing what's within your means.
Right. But that's for like a man that doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Any thoughts there?
I mean, I would agree with him. I mean, when I was younger, I would normally just go to the movies or like go to Buffalo Wild Wings or something. But that was like when I was in high school because it was what was in my means. It was what was in the area of my city. You know, we don't have like Ocean Prime or like, you know, very expensive restaurant or anything. We got Applebee's, we got Olive Garden, stuff like that. And it was just like I didn't have a car. You know what I'm saying? This is when I'm younger. Now, I mean, if you talk about would I take a girl on a date now? I mean, like normally like the Symphony or like I'd go to like a bookshop, to be honest. That's just me personally. So I'll take a but that's if I really like you because if I really like somebody and I can tell like this is serious, then it's honestly just about listening to you, kind of hearing your perspective on different things. Like I kind of want to get to know your mind first. So the Symphony thing, I just love the Symphony, and I think it's fly, and I think it's fly to dress up. So it's just like, hey, let's do this. So I definitely went on to the Symphony for a first date, but that was definitely somebody that I really cared about, you know. So I'm not just taking just anybody to the Symphony because that's something that's special to me, and honestly, I wouldn't want to waste my time. Like, I don't know.
Like a bar for just drinks. I'm just trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like if I take you to a bar for just drinks, hookah bar, Waffle House, like all like some of these like Danny's IHOP, it's just saying I spend time with you. Like, and that's just me being an honest man. Like I see a lot of men complaining about this list, but in reality, bro, a lot of these places is just all right. I took it here. Shoot, what's next?
Okay.
See, that's why I love you, man.
Bro, that niggas be acting like they don't, bro. If I take a girl
Just be saying the most
to the nightclub, if I take a
shit.
girl,
He be honest.
I
and
know, and that's why I
appreciate
love
that.
him.
One thing I will say is what's the intention, right? And
Right.
so thank you for listing that out. Some of these places, your intention, where you go reflects your intention.
yeah.
And so
Everybody up here complaining about
I feel like it reflects more of budget than intention.
your
to me.
budget for sure, but I do think in my head,
movie night.
you want some romance. No?
Yeah, me, hell yeah, I want.
For a
What
first
you mean?
date? Like, do you not want to like
Nah.
War?
No?
Oh no. It depends. It depends.
Wow.
If you, it depends.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on what type of woman you are. Like
Yeah.
how I feel about
Okay.
you. Like if you
So
special.
a first date is an interview and you want something.
Right.
Yeah, it's an interview. Like it's not like, oh, I'm about to wine and dine.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you deserve to be wine and dine.
Oh,
Like that's just my opinion.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah, that's just.
I only go on dates because like I feel like for me I could do that with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could go on a coffee date with a friend.
Right.
I can go to Applebee's with a friend.
Right.
If I'm going on a date, it's just because I want to now step into this romantic.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm just a hopeless romantic, but I want to step into this environment with you.
yeah.
I want this to be a feel that way, feel like a romance type
Yeah.
of situation. That's the only delineation between a friend outing and a
Yeah,
date.
like a lot of those are like friend dates, and I see a lot of people
Outings.
friend outings. Yeah, I like that.
So what makes something romantic for you?
The
good question.
intention behind it. So if you're saying, you know, you're taking someone to the symphony because you want to dress up and it's a moment and it's an experience, then there can be, you know, romantic energy in that space. If you guys bond over something fun and you guys go to the amusement park, that can be a romantic date.
Yeah, it can
You know
be.
what I'm saying? It's all in how your interaction is. If someone can only afford to go to the Cheesecake Factory, but he brings her flowers and he asks them beforehand if they can like dress the table or something, that you can make something romantic.
Right,
So I don't know.
I like that.
It just really depends.
If I was like
on
25.
how you go through with it.
Yeah, if I was like 25, I'll do that.
So you feel like the first date is something that is like, is it like an
It's
introductory
It's
thing?
an audition.
It's
It
an
is.
audition,
it's an
but
interview?
is it like you've already known this person for a grip?
Yeah, I won't go on a date with a stranger. I kind of will like do some research, feel you out. Like my first date with you won't be my first meeting with you.
So say if I met you out in the street and I got your number, you want to go on a date next Friday?
No, I think.
Okay,
we should
so I
talk a
think
little
that's
bit
why it's
more.
different. I think that's
Yeah,
why it's different.
Okay.
Well, I ain't waiting that long.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
that's-
I don't think men do that.
Yeah,
so
oh, you
well,
don't
at
want-
least the ones I know.
They're like, damn, what you got? We about to figure it out right now. I'm about to bring everything to the table at this dinner. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I
Either-
said it's like
Yeah.
an introductory
I'm
thing.
bringing
Like,
everything.
I don't know if I want to be romantic because I don't even know you right now. Like,
Well, I don't mind being romantic. That's me. That's part of me. So I'm bringing all of that. Like I'm bringing all that because at the end of the day, I'm the man.
do you think so? So then that kind of takes it back to the question like, how can is it romantic or is it charming? Because like
Charming.
I feel like to be
There's
romantic,
levels,
you kind of have to
sure.
know somebody. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of got to know something about them or kind of something what
I
they
like
like. It's like I'm just being charming at this point. Like if I was trying to like romance a girl on the first date, like I'm really just putting on the front and trying to be charming. I don't know if I would call it romantic. I don't know. It's all semantics, but like me personally, I feel like if I don't really know you like that, like I am kind of really putting on the front. But like I don't know.
Well, I
It
think
just-
that's like be as authentic to you as possible, right?
Mm.
And so if something is romantic to you, then that's what that is. If it's not a performative thing, it doesn't have to be what other people say is romantic. It can be what you and that person connect on. And I think that just comes with knowing them a little bit more, which may be the difference in our conversation. Whereas your guys' first date may be a little bit earlier. Mine may be a little bit later where you know some things about me that I might like and that you might want to, you know, show and express.
Okay.
Yeah. The list itself, I don't agree with it per se, but I just feel like it's just a person to person thing. I feel like it's kind of shallow. Like if it really matters to you about where we go on a date, like I feel like that's whack to me. That's whack. I don't know. It's just me personally. Like,
I mean, it does. I mean, I feel like it doesn't. Like I said, if you ask a girl, let's go get some drinks at the bar. Like that is kind of like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? I might get you a little buzz. See how you act and get you right.
It's just like, can you build with me when I'm at my lowest? Like, does this define me? Because a lot of men will scrap up their last. A lot of people will scrap up their.
And I think that's where we go wrong.
It's the same with you on the first date. You barely want to romance somebody on the first date, but right. I gotta be Bob the Builder.
I think what I'm trying to say is like, can you see value in me? Not can you build. It's like if I see a flower, I see something, I'm like, that has potential. I could water that. You know what I'm saying? Are you building me? No, you're just like, okay, well, that has potential to grow.
And vice versa.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So absolutely. Yeah. But I just think like that's why, you know, the whole monetary aspect of it just kind of seems shallow to me. Like what is if I could take you to whatever the nice restaurant it is in Detroit, what does that say about me? It just says like, either I got money
to spend money on them. But I just think it's, and I hate these conversations for this because we're getting so insular into like a hypothetical situation that doesn't exist. But
we both hate these conversations. We're just having one. And I think it's good as well because, you know, I think certain people should have these type of conversations too if other people are having these conversations.
Because the dating world sucks right now. It really does. It does. Yeah. You know, and it sucks because
it depends what world you in, bro. Yeah. My dating world doesn't suck.
I ain't talking about mine. I'm just talking about like the people that's single. Like they're like, you hear a lot of people complain like, I can't find a good man.
That's true.
I can't find a good woman. But it's really like, you know, it's all in you. Like, are you the person for that, you know, woman or that man? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people got to work on themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And be the best version of you. You know, that's how I look at it.
And
like,
I think when you adopt that mindset, lists don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't.
Like when you adopt that mindset, like I'm honestly just out here living my best life that I can, then it's like I can't subscribe to what you say is good or bad because I'm just, you know, living my lived experience. So
from like my experience, like I wouldn't, like if I would have did it all over again, like I wouldn't get in a relationship if I ain't like really financially stable. You know what I'm saying? Like a girl shouldn't have to go through trauma and stuff with me. Like I feel I should do that shit on my own. Because now I'm traumatizing her, you know, along the journey. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I could have did it over again, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to be, like, really in tune with myself. Know how to control my emotions. Know what affects me. Knows what triggers me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you ain't got to struggle with me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we grew up. Yeah, we grew up like that. You know what I'm saying? We grew up seeing, oh, you got to struggle with me. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? And she not a bad person if she don't want to struggle with you. You feel me? Who don't want to at ease life? You know what I'm saying? As a man, you supposed to make her job easy. You supposed to ease it as a man. And I feel like men right now are too busy trying to talk back to women and, oh, y'all, man, nigga, just play your role. She gonna submit, play your role. Just play your role as a man. You know what I'm saying? And just continue just to dig deep in yourself. You know, she gonna follow suit. You know what I'm saying? So like that's really, I feel like the man is really not. We're not really. We're too busy complaining.
Mm-hmm. I think that goes into kind of what we were talking about today. Self-awareness.
Yeah.
Right? Self-awareness, self-accountability.
Yeah.
Is just imperative in growth. And there's a certain level of maturity that it takes to then take care of someone else's emotions and their livelihood if that's your situation. So.
Yeah, because, you know, as a man, you just want to get up and move. And you realize, oh, she don't want you to go nowhere. This and like, you're like, hold on. Like, to me now, like if I date now and like I was with a girl and I took her to like a spot, I'm letting her know everything. Hey, this is what I do. I got a podcast. I do this on this day. Hey, this is my goal. This is my visions. Now, I got time for you. I'm going to make time for you. But at the end of the day, I got to get X, Y, and Z done. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if we do get married and we do have a family, I have to make sure what I'm doing is passed down not only to my children, but to my children's children. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit get deep, like for a man. And like I'm still learning that shit. It's a challenge. It ain't hard. It's just a challenge and just switching it around. Like,
and now being a father, is that even like way more serious for you?
Yeah, like, bro, can't no man just date my daughter. You got to come correct.
Or even just how you're still growing and developing.
Yeah, like, man, I pay attention how my daughter really mimicked me. Like, I was hooping the other day. She doing the stretches I do. You know, it's just like being the best version of myself so she can see a better example. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I guess that is kind of like changing my way of thinking, or just seeing how I'm seeing things now. So.
So what do you feel like your process of self-discovery was, or like what was the steps for you? Because I know you said earlier like you feel like you know yourself now. So like, how were you when you feel like what made you know that you didn't know yourself, and then like how do you get to a space of self-discovery?
I feel like I always kind of felt a little bit unsure. Just when you're posed with the questions like, literally, who are you? And I would say BriFromTheD. Like, no, girl, that is like a title. That's not who you are. I would introduce myself by my titles. I'm a job. I'm a
facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't want to have my identity wrapped up in those things. And so what helped me was aligning with my faith. Honestly, I think that helped me. I always knew my what, like, which I'm very thankful for. A lot of people don't know what it is that they're here to do, but I didn't know why I needed to be doing this. And so aligning with my faith helped me figure out, like, why I'm here. And, you know, obviously I knew the what. And so those two things have just been a journey of discipline, for real, awareness, and acceptance. And it's just been, those things take a long ass time. You know what I'm saying?
It don't happen
like
overnight.
We say these words as if it's just like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to accept myself. First I have to know what it is. And it's just like a lot of recognizing either family patterns, your own patterns, putting words to them, because I didn't have the words. It was just a lot of ambiguity in like how you're acting. And to me, there had been no steps. And I'm a step person. It's like, if you tell me step 1, 2, 3, like, I can follow it. But if it's just, you know, laying out here and you're telling me the key to success is hard work, what the hell does that mean? Like, I am working hard. I feel like I'm working hard every day and things aren't working out. And
that's one of the baddest myths we was told.
Or, you know, maybe it is, what is hard work for you? What is your formula? Versus seeing so many other people's formula, which is why it's important for us to share our stories, because I've started to, you know, discover other people and resonate with their things and their experiences, while also most definitely aligning with my faith has been just like a good little concoction for me.
So the realization that happened like in college or like recently?
So I was 23, and it was just like what's it called? Like the climax of just my personal, spiritual, and professional lives were just like, it was just too much.
Clashing.
Yes, it was just too much, and it sat my ass down for a while, and I was really like, a mirror was put up to me. It was like, this is what your life would be if you don't like literally just take time to figure it out instead of just going, because it was that hustle mindset where it's like, all I know is go. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a reason or a meaning to the go. So it was just like a lot of meaningless, empty action that was going on. And so now I have a lot more direction and purpose in the way I do things and the reason I do them. So, and I'm still figuring a lot of it out. And I think that's beauty. I like that. I don't have it all figured out. I'm really enjoying the process now and discovering myself and what I can do. Because I feel like now understanding that, I'm like, ooh, the possibilities are endless.
Man, what's your personal growth been going like in self-discovery? Like, man, you've been through a lot of phases, like, since I know you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We both have.
Man,
you know, like, I feel like you're a completely different person.
They say these 20s, you change the most in your 20s than you ever will in life.
Yeah, I feel like once you're 30, 31, 32,
you kind of are who you are.
Yeah, you are who you are. Yeah. You stuck in your ways.
Maybe you grow a little bit, but like you don't change as rapidly as we are right now. So
yeah, I definitely I say I changed a lot, but I don't want to say I changed a lot. I just learned to accept people more. I think that was the biggest thing. I just learned to accept people more.
Accept people by what?
Just accept people's lifestyle. Just accept their mindset, the way that they think. You know, I kind of had a perspective that I felt like, I just felt like I had the understanding of how life is, you know, supposed to be done, supposed to go. And it's not that I judge the way other people would do their life. It's just like, this is the truth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more kind of leaning into the stance like, this is my truth. Even if I still believe it's the truth, it really doesn't matter, like, what other people believe. You know, it's kind of like what Tony Jones said, like, this is the tree that I eat from, this is the tree that you eat from. And I kind of like that, you know. So I feel like having these conversations with different people kind of help open up my mind. You know what I'm saying? When I first met Courtney, you know, we sitting up there debating about Malcolm X and stuff, and I'm thinking about to get into a fight with him because he talk about Malcolm X and how the minister did this. I'm like, dog, I don't know what you're talking about. But now I'm more like understanding. Now Courtney, he talking about all these different things and philosophical in the spirit, and I'm listening now. I'm not just like disregarding what he's saying, and I'm just like, so it's like I'm less defensive now. I'm more open, you know, to doing different things. You know, I felt like after it just kind of went in phases. So, you know, when I was in college, I was just like you, I was on go, but I kind of understand my reason. Like, it was more self-worth, you know what I'm saying? In high school, I wasn't the most popular person. I definitely wasn't like unpopular, if that's the thing. But it was like, I was more like, I service people, you know, so my worth was through service. So it's like, I'm the funny guy, or I'm the guy who, you know, creates interesting conversations, or I'm, you know, like taking care of people, looking out for people, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, all right, well, I know I'm in this circle because I provide. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here just because I'm me. I'm not just here because I'm just being. I feel like everybody else in the circle, they're just like being, and I'm here servicing. So it's just like, who am I without servicing? Who am I without making you laugh, without making you feel good, without checking in? Like, who am I just being me? So in college, I just kind of went hard to earn my self-worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I don't want to be that, you know, lame person anymore. Like, I want to be somebody. Like, I want to be, like, important. You know, like, I want to be this person that I see myself as. You know, I want to be a ladies' man. Like, if we be honest, like, I want to be a lot of different things. Like, I want to be attractive. I want to be compelling and all these different things. So I went hard in my work because I felt like once I reached a certain point, people would see me the way that I saw myself. And then only for, you know, me not to have the money that, or the acclaim or success that I thought I wanted, and then to find myself on the path. It's kind of like The Alchemist, you know, like I'm going off seeking something, and then at the end of the day, the journey was really what I was seeking, you know, but I thought I was seeking the treasure. So on this journey, I definitely learned who I am, you know what I'm saying? Sitting down with you, I'm like, it gave me more confidence. Coming in the studio, and you're like, damn, nigga, you look fly. Like, you don't even know what that meant to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, that fit fly. Ain't nobody ever told me a nigga dress fly, you know what I'm saying? But so it's just like, start slowly building that confidence, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting paid to speak at certain engagements and slowly building my confidence. It's like, damn, I really ain't like all like successful like that. But at the end of the day, the world's starting to see me the way I see myself because I believed it before anybody else believed it. I just believed, you know what I'm saying? And once I started to believe, then things changed. I didn't need the money. So that's kind of the phase that got me to where I am right doing the podcast. Then when I did the podcast, I still had that like judgmental thing. And I kind of was like, still like, I don't want to say overly masculine, but I definitely was like hard. You know what I'm saying? We come from the hood. You know, we come from some traumatic experiences. I lost my dad when I was 10. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Being the man of the house, you know, just like taking care of my older brothers, all the stuff that I've been through. And it took for my last relationship to break me down and like get me to like open up and like cry about my life. You know what I'm saying? But not like cry like, oh, boo-hoo, like, I don't want nobody's sympathy or nothing like that. But I can definitely cry for myself. You know, I can feel for myself. Like, I tweeted out a while back, like, if you only cry in front of others, if you can't cry when nobody's around, then your tears are merely a performance. Like, that was the hardest thing for me. Like, when I would be alone and I would cry, I would feel, like, weird because I felt like people were still watching me. You know what I'm saying? You're alone. This is the time where you should feel comfortable crying. Yeah, but I'm like, damn, I feel like a bitch ass. Like, I'm like, somebody's watching me. Oh, my God. Like, I remember I was driving in the car one day thinking about my dad, and I think this is after we just got this podcast. And I think, and I was so happy that, you know, we got in, we did, and I started crying thinking about my dad, and I was just like, oh, my God, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just felt like unauthentic. Like, nigga, I don't cry. Like, nigga, I look like a bitch. Like, this ain't me. Like, I don't do this. But then I was like, I'm really sad right now. Why can't I? Because I feel like somebody's watching me. I feel like it's 1,000 niggas in the car with me right now looking at me like, nigga, you a bitch. And it's like, my last relationship taught me how to just, like, be confident in being vulnerable. How to be a man and be vulnerable at the same time. So I feel like it broke me down. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm here in this space. Like, now I'm in the space of discovery. Like, I feel like I proved to the world who I am and what I like. I feel like this might be arrogant, but I feel like I ain't got to do nothing else to like prove to people. Like, I don't have to do anything else. Like, I have enough relationships and connections to last a lifetime. Like I don't need to do anything else in this media space, and like I've made enough connections. So I feel like it's just about discovery, like discovering how to be like a happy human being. And I know that's very layered and deep, but that's just kind of the space that I'm in. Like to wake up every morning and just like enjoy whatever space you're in. Like one of the people I work with, she's a writer, influencer, all that stuff. But she was just saying like her philosophy on life is, how can I love this? And that's been my philosophy on life for a long time. Like at least for a few months now. Like, how can I love this? Whatever situation you're in, like how can you love this? Like, and she was saying that's the key to life, and I believe that as well. Like you can hate this right now. Like you can hate, being here. You can hate being in this relationship. You can hate, but it's like, how can I love? What can I love about this? Because that's what really makes things last. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and you, we can argue for days about different things and stuff like that, but it's just like, damn, bro, I love this about Smash. I love that we do this. I love that we like this. Is like, bro, I could give you a list of things that I don't like. I could give you 1,000 things, 10,000 things that I like. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, let's focus on the things that I like. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of the space I'm in. Like, but yeah, how you feel like you changed?
My goal is just to really be a dependable person. So like, if somebody calling me, they know I'm gonna come through. So I have a lot of work to still do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm not a 10. I'll never be a 10. It's always room for growth. So like you said, I want to be more attractive. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the gym harder, getting the diet more right, wearing a nice cologne. You know what I'm saying? Like once I get myself out of the hole, because I'm in a hole with my truck situation, but like once I got out of that, I just been like going to the mall, smelling fragrances, going to like trying stuff on the fitting room. Like, all right, I gotta lose like 10 more pounds so I can really look good and cut in this. Just like you said, just looking appealing. You know what I'm saying? Because looking good takes you a long way. You know what I'm saying? And it shows like, okay, he's really serious and he's disciplined about it. Like you never looked at a person that look good be like, they a bullshitter. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to really bullshit if you smell good, body good, haircut clean, like that means you're like very organized. So like that's really like my self-discovery to become that ideal man, I guess, that's in the world society. But like just to be a stand-up man and be dependable, bro. Like Davis on work on time. He always here on time. You know what I'm saying? He always outside on time. You know what I'm saying? Just being a dependable person, not getting comfortable. Like I get very comfortable. Like just trying to like stay on the swivel. Get this done, get that done. Just be there for people. Be a very dependable person, because a lot of times I can just get lazy, and comfortable. Not doing things. Bro, I said I was gonna come, but I ain't gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be very dependable on people, because at the time, and one day I'm gonna need you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I just hope you be dependable. So like, if I do it, you know what I'm saying? I should get the same thing back.
Or because one thing that I had to learn is that I wasn't dependable to myself, right? So I had to, show up for myself the way I needed to show up for others, or wanted others to show up for me, and that did numbers for my confidence. And now I trust myself. Right. I know if I say something that I'll do it, and I think that's the first step to it as well. Yeah,
no, that's facts. Yeah, dependable to myself. I like that. I just feel like we all here to be servants. Like, I mean, a king, you could be a king and a servant at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I know there's just a lot of king and queen shit going on, but if you really think about it, bro, kings and queens was the ones that had the diabetes, the high blood pressures, because they was constantly eating all the expensive meat and stuff like that. Like, they didn't have no type of control. Like, they were just savages and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we need to really look deep into that. You know what I'm saying? What type of king you want to be?
What type?
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Because I don't know. I know you wanted to talk about the woke agenda. I don't know too much about, like, that idea of that we are gods or we are kings, queens. I don't necessarily subscribe to all of that. Right. My personal beliefs and faiths are from the Bible. And so currently reading about King David, that's the type of king that I would have subscribed to, adopting some of those mentalities.
He also did some crazy stuff too, though, that I don't want to, how he killed that man,
Listen, I learned a lot from about meekness, how you have to be meek, you have to be mild in certain situations, while you have to be bold in other situations. And so maybe not to that extreme, or maybe that's the extreme that he had to go to. But what is my extreme?
And they wanted to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Like how God protected him. Like they really wanted to kill David. You know what I'm saying? But like how God just really just covered him. You know what I'm saying? Putting his whole armor and just covering him. Like I've been really tapped in with the Bible too a lot myself. Just trying to because that's really my root. You know what I'm saying? I definitely dibbled that and everything else, but to me it all comes back to the scriptures, to the root. Like, all right, this is who we serve. You know what I'm saying? We serve, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? That's who our forefathers is. That's like who we serve. Like I'm starting to understand it. I'm starting to understand how he talks about the false gods and all that stuff. Like really paying attention, because to me, we in the end times. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff that's going over overseas, like it's like you gotta pay attention to it, because we're Babylon too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something bound to happen to us. It's just, are we ready to escape? Because I feel like something will happen. I don't feel like we just protected.
No, for sure. I definitely hear that.
I definitely relate. It's just a lot of craziness going on. And I definitely had to get deeper in my spirit too. But I feel like I've been on a spiritual journey of sorts. I just really if sometimes you be so, well, me personally, I was so caught up in my religion. I think I was saying this on the episode with Jake. I was so caught up in my religion, it caused me to be very judgmental, very closed-minded.
Yeah.
And not even from the sense of like not being able to hear other people out, but it's just like, man, sometimes you be eating from the fruit of your tree, and it's just like, dog, I don't want to hear about nothing else.
No, facts.
Like, I don't want to hear nothing else.
You got to study, that's how you learn about the scriptures. It's having debates, but in a more calm way. Like, all right, well, this scripture say this. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's just really debating back and back, because like we created a debate team with Juan at our school, and like I feel like in debates it is a winner, and the winner is all based off the facts. I feel like there's truth in their lies. Some things are more true. And facts and truth wins all the time. That's why I said the truth will set you free. So it's just about like, just understanding. Like, and I feel like being judgmental is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, I remember last time we talked, I said really being judged is, I feel like people should judge, but in a better way. So like, all right, I smoke a lot, right? Say if I smoke a lot, but you didn't. If you don't judge me, how I'm gonna change? You know what I'm saying? That's not your problem. But it's like you're really destroying myself, because this is like killing me. It's not making me grow. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not telling me something. It's like you're not judging me. You like, hey, I don't have this problem. First, you can fix it, and if I continue to do it, then that's when like, bro, it's not really judging. It's just correction. We all need correction. You know what I'm saying? Just like from your child. Like when you have a child one day, you might feel like it's judgment, and they gonna feel like, why you judge me? It's not judgment. It's correction. I'm just trying to put you back on the line, and like that's why I be like, judgment is not bad. It's just we do it wrong. We do it out of spite, out of wrong. You shouldn't be doing it. It's a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to learn that. Like, my delivery sometimes be but like. It's just learning how to do it in the correct way.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it is sometimes baseless. And I think a very important part of what you said is just doing your actual personal study.
Yeah.
For sure. And not just adopting maybe what sounds good from something that you've heard on the internet, or someone who very well have done their own research.
Man.
But it's still very, very,
study
very
and show ourselves approved.
For yourself, yeah.
Study and show ourselves approved. That's the hardest part, like working in private and then trying to, like, I feel like we in the information. David said that. Like, I get it now. We in the information stage. Like, everybody know all this information. We just spitting it out, thinking we know shit, and really we don't.
At all.
At all. Like, that's where I'm at now. Like, bro, I was saying all this stupid shit, spitting. That's why I mean, like, the woke shit. The beginning part can be very toxic, because you feel like you know everything, or you feel like you starting to, but really, you got
like
you really are. You really are
like
just
how
excited.
You said when you started being vulnerable, you started telling everybody everything. You're just excited, like, oh, this is new.
Yeah. And then it's like, hold on,
calm down.
Let me calm down. let me watch what the hell I'm saying.
That's not gonna hold you. When I started like really diving into my faith journey, I was a little bit OD.
Man,
like every day, I can have a regular conversation without talking about God, which is fine. But at the same time, it's like you can have just a regular conversation, please.
But when you so deep into your faith, it be kind of hard not to talk about them, because like you just learning, and like you gotta talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Like even now, like I just like Ray put me up on Miles Monroe, so I've been studying him for the last 2 weeks, and my duty as a man just got harder. Like I didn't know as a man, like your job was to teach your woman the word. Like, I didn't know that. Like, he breaks it down, a man should love Christ. A man should love his wife as Christ loved the church. So, like, you teach your woman the word. Give her peace as she going through. I got a scripture, you know what I'm saying, that help you go through it. Like, you supposed to teach the word, because, like, Abraham, I guess, like, Abraham in the Bible, God told all the secrets to Abraham in the Bible, because Abraham was going around telling preaching the wisdom of God, you know, to the maids, to the children, anybody that came to the house. And God was like, I give you all my secrets. I tell you all my secrets because I know what you do. You know what I'm saying? You constantly preaching my message. And I'm just like, it was like hard, like, because I went to church Friday and then I went out Friday. But, bro,
I'm screaming.
Listen, it was so hard. Like, I felt so guilty. Like, because I know I'm about to go drink and have fun with my girl. I'm like, the whole ride I was quiet. I'm just like, dog, this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was so much guilt. I'm like, bro, I don't feel right. I'm just like, oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? God gonna get me, but then I got loose. You know what I'm saying?
You up doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I mean, it was just like, you know, but
I have like changed, like my lifestyle has changed most definitely, and just in outside of, not even outside, because I feel like your physical journey is definitely tied to like some spiritual aspects as well. But I've been doing this challenge called 75 soft. Have you guys heard of that?
75 soft. I heard 75 hard.
Okay, but this is the soft version.
Okay, what's the soft version?
Because I can't do 2 workouts a day.
Oh yeah, I stop at 8 every time. The 8th and 9th day.
Day 8. So it's been so good. So 75 soft, if you're not hip, is like an abridged version of 75 hard, where you have a set of rules and criteria that you follow for 75 days straight. It's designed to help you with your physical fitness, your mental toughness, and self-love. And honestly, I do attribute, and I'm on day what's today? Probably I have like a week left.
Damn.
And I've been consistent. And I did alter like some of the criteria for what I needed in my life, and my lifestyle has changed. Like, I've been going to the gym every day, 75 days straight.
Oh my God.
I've been eating well. I've been drinking my water.
Yep, a gallon.
I've learned like where I need to not be as strict with myself and where I do need to be more strict.
Do you read 10 pages a day too?
I read every day regardless. I'm just a reader.
Right.
But yeah, it's been something that I would definitely recommend and have been recommending to like so many people.
No, like I stopped at, I picked that junk up 3 times. I just started again in October. I stopped at like day 8 again. Like, I'm like, bro.
And so what helped is like I knew I had
that
to
second
change.
workout.
Well, yeah, you should definitely try 75 off. I had to change. I knew what my habits were, and I knew what was stopping me, right? Because I did have to start over once. And so I was like, all right, so now I just go to sleep in my workout clothes, because if I'm already dressed to go to the gym, I'm going to just roll out of bed, brush my teeth, and go.
Right.
Versus like, you know, just you have to adjust things in your life to what your goals are. So
yeah, doing that isolated me too, in a way.
Well, I can see that.
Like, it put me so much in the zone. And that's why, like, times I be coming up here so tough. That's why. Because I was trying to, like, do them challenges. I wasn't trying to let shit get to me to stop me from, like, getting the goals done.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, that might be necessary.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, 75 hard, that make you drive you crazy. But it's a good crazy. It's a good crazy.
Yeah, I never did 75 hard. I just do fast, you know, periodically. I mean, that's kind of my thing. But yeah, about the judgment thing. I know we talked about this on the previous episode. It might not have aired. I don't know.
No, it didn't.
But
damn.
yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Encouragement, I think, is may be a better word. But I don't think encouragement or judgment can really help somebody change. I know you gave me an example of how somebody judged you and it helped you change.
Yeah.
But I was saying, like, you judging somebody else, it might not help them change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't think judgment is like the best thing per se. It just depends on what perspective you coming at it from. You know what I'm saying? If we're in like a room, it depends on.
No, I'm talking about like people like you're close with. Like that person that told me like you shouldn't be 23 and fat. So this person I know my whole life. So it didn't offend me. It really was just like, damn, and I lost all that weight. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like it's the relationship you have. Like, you can't judge nobody you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But somebody you do know that has a problem, you have to first try to help them and then be like, bro, this shit is not good for you.
Doesn't it say in the Bible you shouldn't judge?
No, it don't.
Oh,
See,
it
I
don't
think,
say that?
No, I think I just watched a video on that today. Like I can't say what it was, but me and my boy Ike was talking about that. He's talked about like, you know, I had to show the video, but he talked.
I don't do a lot of judging personally because I feel like God is our judge.
Right.
And so I don't personally try to like judge someone, but I see what you're saying, and I don't know if judgment is the right word, like you were saying. It's just more so encouragement.
I mean, encouragement, judge, the same thing. I feel like
it?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same thing. Hold on. Let me, because I sent it to him today.
Said don't judge. Well, he didn't just stop right there. He said,
Put it into the mic if you want the audience to listen to it.
We go
Jesus
close
said
to
don't judge. Well, he didn't just stop right there. He said judge not, lest you be judged. By the same standard you judge others, you'll be judged by that standard. So before you try and take the speck out of your brother's eye, take the log out of your own eye first, you hypocrite, which is a judgment. Then you'd be better able to help your brother. So Jesus is not telling us not to judge. He's telling us how to judge. In other words, don't judge hypocritically. If you've got that problem, fix it, then go help your brother.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
I hear what he's saying. I heard why not to judge. I didn't hear how. I heard why. He told you not to judge because you get, and I think that's a why. But you get.
He said. No, I forgot that fast.
He just said he's telling you
don't judge people for issues that you yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying.
If you have a drinking problem, it would be wrong then to judge someone else for theirs.
Right.
I think in terms of someone getting better, I don't think judgment is the crux of getting them to the other side of what their issue is.
Like when I went in the gym one time, I won a challenge, and then Tony was like, "What the fuck is you doing, bro? You got back fucking fat." It's like, but I know him. You know what I'm saying? It's like he doesn't have a fat problem. He's a world champion boxer. So do I take it? Be like, man, this nigga call me fat, he judging me. No, bro, I got out of line. Let me get back right. Like I feel like you need that. How can you be around somebody that don't tell you about yourself? I can't be the person around you. Like me, as I'm getting older, I can't be the person around you that's gonna be the yes friend, the yes man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta challenge you. I gotta tell you, hey, bro, that shit ain't right. The same thing for me. I would like somebody to do that to me. That's the only way I can get better. You know what I'm saying? And I just learned that really being in a relationship. Like I hated that for a long time. You know, I felt like they were judging me, but really it was, bro, you probably do need to work at this, bro. Your delivery is terrible. Like, you judging me. No, my delivery is terrible, bro. Fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like it had to, like, it's nothing wrong with it. It'd be hard to take. You know what I'm saying? Especially me, I'm the oldest child. Can't tell me shit, but I had to learn, like, all right, let me just shut up and really listen to what they trying to say. So like, I guess I can use another word for judgment, but
I get what you got.
But at the same time, if we can't be judged, then why there's judges?
Because the world's in a fallen state, man. I can't judge the way the world is by perfection. Like, oh, well, it's in
we
the
can't
world.
say how the world is fucked up.
It's supposed to be the devil's world, so am I
It
supposed
is.
to look at the devil's world as the idol of perfection? I don't know. Or how it's supposed to be? I don't know.
I mean, it ain't. I mean, the devil world's fucked up. I mean, look what's all that's going on, and it's like it's not me judging. It's just me being real with the reality. Like it's a lot of messed up stuff going on. I don't feel like it's judging. You know, like we all got to be judged one day. So
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? So if you used to judgment now, you won't be as bad if you get judged up there when you got to meet them. You ain't gonna, oh shit, you just did what? But if you used to a little bit.
I do appreciate that because I do be asking for constructive criticism and
Yeah.
feedback. I don't necessarily think I'm asking for judgment, but I do want someone to be honest with me with areas of improvement for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way to grow.
Yeah, that's the only way. And it's hard. That I ain't gonna say it's hard, it's challenging. I gotta stop saying hard. It's very challenging, you know what I'm saying, to switch on, to be like, get out of defensive mode. Like I'm a very defensive person. That's something I'm definitely working on, you know, just not being so defensive in conversations, like really just listen. Sometimes I get so mad. Like I gotta calm down, bro. It ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? It can hurt because, like you said, your tongue is a powerful thing.
Yeah, and it also depends on what type of relationship you want to cultivate. You know what I'm saying? If you're just trying to motivate somebody to, you know,
no, I ain't motivating you, but like even the kids, like I don't judge them, but you get judged by your actions all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's me being in a classroom. Like I'm not judging the kids, but bro, I'm judging you off your actions. You know what I'm saying? So like, you only can change your actions. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to stop coming at you and stuff like that, bro, just change the way you are. Just change your actions. That's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't have a man at home to tell you that, or it's constantly, you know, giving you constructive criticism, you know, how can you switch it on? So like me, my dad, like even when I think about that time, my dad said he was disappointed in me. Instead of being defensive, I should have really just listened and understand, like, bro, he really right. I'm doing what the hell I want to do. And he right. And I could have been like, Dad, you know, I understand. I am doing what I want to do, you know. I'm a hard head right now, so I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being so defensive, like, man, I'm disappointed in me. He said I'm disappointed. You know, he disappointed in me, instead of just really realizing, like, you know, he really trying to help me out. You know, he really, and I didn't understand that at the time. But like, nah, I do. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I said that, because I feel like, you know, you're working with children. You kind of understand that. Like, me working with the kids, I can't really judge them in order to get them to do it, because I'm trying to cultivate a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying, with these young men. So it's like, I have to speak to them a certain type of way that uplifts them. I have to encourage them. And sometimes it do be some stuff, you know what I'm saying? I judge intentions, though. I don't judge actions because they going to do a lot of stuff that's just like, dog, why was you doing that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why did you do that? And then it's like, okay, I understand. What you did was crazy, but I get, how you landed. I don't agree with it, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, if you want him to feel like he's your brother and he can come to you later and tell you like, hey, man, I did. He don't want to come to a judge about this.
No, he don't. He
want to come to somebody who's going to give him some wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Some encouragement, or look like, bro, that wasn't it, bro. Yeah. But I got your back. What you need? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they can know, like, they can come to you with a mistake. Like, man, I did this. I shouldn't have did it. Can you help me? They ain't going to come to the judge for help. Like, damn, this nigga going to judge me. Man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it depends on what type of relationship you want with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all, I just feel like it's all about relationship.
It's all about relationship.
And then the school system is messed up. Like, man, it's not even the kids, though. The children. It's more the parents.
Yeah, it is.
The parents, not really raising their children. Like, it's... Yeah.
And it's tough.
Man.
Because we can only do so much. We only have so much time with them.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like we can do a lot. It be us. Like, we don't be consistent. Like, I see this every day. So, like, you can really change a child. Bro, you got to think about it. We're with them for 40 hours a week. That's a lot of time.
But if you have 40 kids.
Yeah, but if you can get at least 30%, that's a good number out of 100. That's a good number to really change their lives. But it's up to us, like educators, to be consistent, like not letting us break at all. Like, one day you in dress code. One day you out of dress code, say something. Next time you come out of dress code, don't say nothing. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like always being on top of things. Like, we get lazy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, bro,
Or tired.
Tired. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to balance
because it's a delicate system.
Yeah.
Because you guys are operating in a system that isn't supporting you guys all the
at
time.
all. And it's not.
You know what I'm saying? And so you guys are human. You going through your own, trying to build yourself up.
That's right.
And you guys are being selfless and trying to help children as well. But it is like a delicate, and it's a community. That's what community is for. Everybody should be playing their parts. Parents should be playing their part.
Yeah.
The system should be playing their part, as should teachers. So it's tough when you have someone not pulling their weight.
Yeah.
And it's tough when you like really think about it, like, dang, they have a whole life. Like, you can help them on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday they got a whole nother problem. It's like, damn, bro, I spent the whole Tuesday with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
but he gonna remember that though.
And he gonna remember that.
Or not.
You know what I'm saying? But what I do find is they often do remember it. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like we discussed on the show. Sometimes I do something for one of the little homies, and it's just like, they won't even thank me. And then, like, a month later, they'll thank me for it. And it's just like, damn, I didn't even know that shit. Like, I ain't even know. They don't know how. Like, you might do it. You might spend the whole day with them, you know what I'm saying, talk to them, you know what I'm saying, be riding around. Like, I done took some of the little homies up here, just like, they just need somewhere to sit. I'm like, man, sit on the couch, man. You can sit on the couch while we doing the episode. Take them home. And like, all right, man. It's like, damn. Then a month later, hey, man, that day I was going through, man, I really appreciate you doing that for me. Like, damn, I didn't even know you cared. Like, but that's just like, they don't know how to show love. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a different criteria for especially young black men. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I work with is young black men. So it's just like working with them. It's like the way that they receive things is just different. The way that they talk and express is different. Like, and it's taxing, bro. Because like you was just saying, like, we trying to get to where we trying to get in life. And it's like putting your life on pause for this other person's life. Like, what's going on in your life? Like, what's going on in you? Especially if you spend a whole entire day with this person, like you said, at school, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, just spending a whole entire day, and it's just like, wow. On Monday, and then you help them on Monday, then on Tuesday they got another problem. Or somebody else got another problem. Then on Wednesday, somebody else got another problem. Then on Thursday, somebody else got another problem.
I work with the dean, so, like, I see, bro, we get issues
every day.
Every day. I be like, bro, what's going on? Like, some of them just really want attention, bro. Some of them just, I don't get it. Like, one kid just didn't want to do no work. I'm just like, bro, do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I said, I ain't judge you, but I'll be like, bro, you must want to be a nobody in life. Like, it's like not saying it like that, but it's like, bro, you got to do something. You got to put the work in. It ain't got to be correct. It's all about effort. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you just got to ask them, what's your story, man?
Yeah, I try to.
What's your story?
But
I had a kid named, I don't know if I should say it.
Yeah, this.
But he, he was like, real wild, and everybody, oh man, he's just the baddest kid in the school. Man, I sat him down in class. I'm like, bro, what's your story? He's like, nigga, what? I'm like, bro, everybody tell me you just like this bad kid, but I know you got a story. He started telling me his life story. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. And everybody in the school knew his story. Everybody knew his mama's story and all the stuff that's going on in his family. And it's just like, I understand. so much so to the point I feel so bad for him. I started helping him with his homework. I started helping him to I'm doing his homework. And then the people come to me and get like, Mr. Muhammad, you doing his homework, ain't you? I'm like, yeah. I ain't lying either. Like, yeah, I am. Because he not in a position to do this work. Right. So I'm like, all right, if you come in here and have this conversation with me, I'll do your homework. So we can trade off. He like, all right, I'll do an hour session with you if you do my homework. All right, let's do it. And working with him like that. You know what I'm saying? So much to the point, like I was telling you, one time they was about to lock him up for doing some stuff in the school. And I told him, like, yo, they about to lock you up. Like, you don't want to bring that thing to the school no more. They know you got it. But it's just that's why I had to stop working in the school. I was just too pro student, you know. I was not.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's what it was intended to be initially. Yeah. Like, you definitely wanted a school system, an education system that, you know, you hear stories of your parents saying, like, your teachers used to be able to whoop them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
I used to get battered. I used to get whooped.
And it's generally only because they had, like, an understanding or rapport. You guys were, like, an extension, or teachers were, like, an extension of, like, a family member, essentially. Right. Because you're in their care for so long, you're caregivers and caretakers. And so I think the system may have been designed initially like that. And while the structure of it, you're still with them 8 hours a day, so much has changed that, like, it just didn't update. It's not computing.
They took the Pledge of Allegiance out of school, the Bible, they took everything out, you know.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, like, they made us stop, like, caring for America.
Mm. Or just even, I think the censorship of education is very interesting. And I think that's why I want to be a storyteller and, like, essentially like a griot and just, like, document just real life experiences in history, because you can't tell someone what they went through is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to take a lot of information out of school books now that's, like, that's legit just, like, what happened.
Yeah,
you know? And so whether it's sensitive information or not, I don't think it's right to censor children from the truth, you know, and just, like, facts of history. And so I think that's a part of what you guys are doing and having these conversations, and, like, archiving them digitally is a topic and situation I'm thinking of right now. Is like, we put this out there, but we don't, unless you keep that native video or that native audio, we don't really own it. We have no control over the archive. And so, like, how do we kind of keep these things alive and make sure that they're safe? Like, they can burn books. They burnt the Bible. Think of Book of Eli, situations like that. Like, if they end up doing that, then, like, what proof do we have of our experiences?
Ooh, shit.
That's just what I've been thinking about lately.
I don't know if we have any proof ever. Like, it's really just about, I forgot it was just a quote by somebody. I think it was Viola Davis. She was quoting somebody else, but she was just saying that it was this philosopher who said, when the last person who knows you dies, that's when you truly die, not when you die. So she was saying, I want to be iconic so I can live forever. And I'm just like, that's so deep. But at the end of the day, that's deep.
Like, Pac's so iconic, bro. He lived forever. Like, his words get deeper and deeper as I get older. Be like, why was he so advanced at that young? 25, bro. Dude was 25. I wasn't thinking like that. 25.
I feel like we'd have to wait like a couple centuries to know if somebody's, like, substantial to the world.
Pac is
everybody in themselves, right? I just recently came across some random filmmaker who's, because she decided to, like, make this, you know, piece of art and share her voice with the world, that impacted me 20 years later, and she's passed on now. Yeah. So you never know what part of your story or whose story. We know these larger names, but I think it's so important for everybody to have some sort of, like, you know, piece of them.
Yeah, like, it depends what world you're in. Like, Coach Bob Knight just died in the basketball world. He's an icon in basketball. So he's a legend in basketball. Like, Michael Jackson is an icon globally. Like, his name will never die. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Beyonce, you know, when Laura, you know, take her home, man, she's gonna be an icon, a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's gonna be what is it? Immortal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, she would never leave this earth, and it's like her name would never leave. Like I was just telling somebody, like, bro, wait till Chris Brown, like, you know, Lord, I ain't trying to put nothing on, but, like, we gonna realize, like, bro, this nigga catalog was long as hell. He had all these many songs. Like, we don't pay attention to that stuff now. Like, it's a lot of stuff. Like, damn, he did this. This person did that. Like, I don't know. Like, you're gonna be an icon to somebody,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
That. I'm, like, also thinking it's important to feel that way about the people adjacent to them who you don't even know right now, who are still alive. You know what I'm saying?
Like, this podcast about 100 years from now might inspire somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this was like their thing. Like I learned from Ahmad, the poet, you know what I'm saying? And his podcast, Breaking the Machine. Like that's what inspired me to get started. Like, you know, people that told me, bro, I came to Central State because of you, off a TV show, off a web series. So like, in their eyes, I'm like a star or a legend. Like, I had people come up to me at school, like, bro, I go here because of you. What? Bro, I just did a TV show. Bro, I had people come up to me. That really blew me. Like, man, and that was a different shift in my discovery. I was so used to being a man. When I came back home, I was just, I'm used to people saying what up to me, dapping to me, treating me like a star, but I got humbled real quick. Real quick. I don't want the city love like that.
I'm screaming.
It's toxic. It ain't toxic, but it is toxic. I don't know. What you think?
I have no idea what's going on.
You been gone.
In the world. I've been in my bubble. And I'm just now recently getting back outside, and I think it's important to curate and protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm intentional about what spaces I'm in. I think I don't know. I've been very blessed in my interactions and the way I've been able to navigate the city. Like, I haven't had any negative experiences.
Yeah, your sword ready. I feel like your sword is definitely ready to like slice up the media world. Like I said, I knew back then when we worked together, I'm like, bro, this person has she has a star about it. Like, even back then, I wanted to just do a show with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just didn't know what to do back then.
Right.
But like, you always had that personality. That's why I was happy when I did that. I filmed that Jordan Lewis football camp. Just doing that stuff with you, like, bro, you had it. I'm surprised you ain't on the news or something. You know?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, like, you got it, bro. Like, your sword is ready, and like you said, you needed probably that time to get in your bubble. But like, nah. And then what's the great thing about it? Once you go out, you know how to get back in the bubble. So like, that's very important. Which I haven't fully mastered. You know what I'm saying? Going back into the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I miss COVID so much.
Man, that's a blur.
Yeah, it is. It's like life went by, but like, I just missed the staying at home and really working on myself. I was doing push-ups every day, push-ups, sit-ups, drinking water, reading. That was all I was doing. And like, I miss living like that. I feel like that became the best me.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Facts. Y'all got any goals for the rest of the year, end of the year, before the year's up?
Yeah, passed my teacher certification test.
I'm producing a documentary that I'm very excited about. It's stretching me, and I'm excited to reach towards whatever that is going to be.
You?
I like that. I just want one more big interview before the end of the year, and I'm hawking it down. I'm hawking down like 2 of them, but that and just I probably want to spend like 2 weeks in Canada, so that's probably what I'll do. I got to find somewhere to go, so I want to do that. My brother said, "Bro, I'm coming too," so I'm like, "All right, bro, we just do it. Let's go."
Damn, that's
you know
the
what I'm
best
saying?
part.
Toronto or like just Windsor?
Just driving it through everywhere. Probably spend 2 days here, drive somewhere else, 2 days there, drive somewhere else, 2 days there. Just do it like that.
Life. I love that.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like the year still has some stuff to give, some stuff to offer. You know what I'm saying? We still got some goals to cross off. I'm trying to get back on my workout journey, man. Like this whole Mexico
Try
trip.
75 soft.
Yeah, I mean, I was on it very consistently until my trip. It took me off, but I got to get back on now.
I think you would like it.
Yeah, I heard that. I was reading this book called A 12-Week
Year.
Yeah. You got that book?
I've heard of it.
Oh, yeah, it's a great book. It talks about measurements. You have to measure, like, all your steps. Like, you have to measure so you know where you at. And it also talks about accountability call. Like, that's one thing I did learn. Like, in the calls, it said if you're working with somebody, don't, judge them and stuff. Just, hey, what you doing this week? Where you at?
And how can we get you back on track?
How can we get you back on track? So, like, that's a good thing. That's why I did, like, my 75-day challenge. Like, I was measuring. Like, you had to be real focused about measuring. Excuse me. Did you drink your water? Did you read your book? You know what I'm saying? Did you work out once, 45 minutes? Did you do your second workout? You know what I'm saying? Did you eat a healthy meal? You know what I'm saying? No cheat meals. Just cross everything out. So, you get back on it. Yeah, you went to a whole different country. Like, time zone, different everything. Like,
I mean, no excuses though, because I definitely was on a work trip and definitely was up at 5 a.m. in the gym. That's crazy.
I was working out on my trip, so I will say that. But
you were active. You was dancing a lot.
Yeah, but I was working out on the trip actually, but when I got back, it just kind of like took me off. But I think that was just like personal stuff and just like the lull of coming back from the trip. But I had this thing where, I sent it to Spank too. This little square this little dry erase board that I had. It was like 4 different squares, different things. And that really helped me with my consistency. It's just like charting every day. So, you know what I'm saying? I like 25 days, reading every day. I do daily prayer. So if I pray 5 times a day, then I marked, I go pray 5 times a day. So just like keeping it up like that. So I might be 35 days on this. I'm 4 days on this. I'm 30 days on this. I'm 40. Like that was kind of how I kept tracking. And you know, that was my thing. So I definitely want to get back on that. I got to get another dry erase board. I left, you know, all that stuff is in North Carolina, but that's a whole nother story. So I got to get some more equipment for Michigan. But yeah, I really appreciate you doing this episode with us. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate you building with us. I felt like it was getting heated in the beginning about the restaurant stuff.
I didn't feel like it was heated. I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the conversation.
I feel like we all agree.
Well.
For real.
And variation.
Semantics.
Yeah.
Like if we gonna go on a real date, let's go all out. You know.
Facts.
Be intentional.
That's how I'm coming, dog. Smelling good, suit on.
Yes.
That's what a man supposed to do.
I love it.
Yeah. But man, make sure y'all subscribe, you know, on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. What other podcasts we on?
Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Amazon.
Amazon, iHeartRadio,
you say YouTube?
Google
YouTube.
Podcasts.
Google Podcasts.
all of them,
Subscribe.
They all in the link. They all in the link tree. Click the link tree. This has been another episode of Breaking the Machine, late night edition.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Abriana, Ahmad the Poet, Spank the Bank. That's a wrap. You dig?
You dig.